Alright, testing. Testing. Sorry about that. Testing. Hello everyone. Testing. Okay. Here we go. What is up? So, stream's very self-explanatory. If you're new here, then you will know that the past 3 Minecraft streams that I've done, I have spent, well, last stream it was 2 hours 20 minutes. The stream before that it was just 40 minutes of an hour 40 stream. I admit where I have been. Sorry, I'm getting my words all jumbled. Where I have been walking straight north in hopes of finding a desert, and I have not found one. So, that is what the stream will be today. Let's play some Minecraft. This will be a stream probably exclusively consisting of me rambling about things. But, oh, I hope you guys find this remotely entertaining. Because I need a chill stream today. Oh yeah, I remember where we logged off now. So yeah, for those new here, this is where we are. And if we keep going down this way, 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 da da da. Let's just da da. This is our home. So, we've already checked this village, I believe. So yeah, we're just gonna keep on moving. I didn't specify in the thumbnail this time because the thumbnail concept was too funny to overcomplicate. But this is a modded world, so you're gonna see things like this and Pokemon. So just keep that in mind. And I suppose it's just up to us to keep heading north. Just gonna do some quick stream regulation stuff. Just check the stream a moment. Okay, we should be good to go. Don't know how long this stream is gonna be. Plan is to just do a chill stream. I know streams have slowed down this week. But next week, the plan is to have 2, maybe 3 fairly, like, big, like, important streams. So, and I just haven't had the time to stream as much recently. Stuff's gotten in the way. So yeah. This is just going to be a chilled out stream. We're just going to play some Minecraft. I'll end up talking about something. That something will probably be Death Note. And we'll keep on going. Okay, there's some sort of mainland this way. You can see on my mini-map that I know you guys can't see because of my monitor. But there's like a mainland if we keep going this way. Go here, hopefully we can start finding desert. I'm starting to think we're just never gonna find one. Let's go take these cows for our own. Refreshing chat. I haven't noticed any chat messages yet. Sorry if there are ones popping up and I'm not seeing them. Okay, I don't think there's anything here, no. Maybe we could try go this way. Yeah, I don't see why not. Let's head east. The important thing is, though, is we can't, like, loop back round onto somewhere we've already searched, because then that's just going to be counterproductive. You know what, that reminds me, I'll talk about this. I am very close to the end of Assassin's Creed Shadows, about 85 hours in, and I've pretty much made it to the end. Game has been very good. The story is, like, incredible. A very good story. And the final two, what's it called? Like, two Shinbaku members that you have to kill are obviously Lord Mitsuhide, who is like the big bad of the game, and then the last one, I forget his real name, but his alias was the Horseman. Both two very well written characters, especially the Horseman, because you don't see pretty much any. I don't think you actually see anything at all of him throughout the game, and it's kind of like a last reveal, like there's one more person left, you know, and he's been the mastermind behind it all, and in a lot of stories that can feel very cheap, you know, like, oh yeah, you thought you defeated the bad guy, but nope, there's one other. But the Horseman is such an interestingly written character that I'm like perfectly okay with it. Okay, we're gonna start going north again, because there's clearly nothing this way. Ouch. Okay, sorry, I am just gonna do another stream check thing, just check everything's running. Testing. Okay. We're all good. I think there's a fly in my room. I can hear something in the background, like a buzzing sound. Okay, we found some sort of mountainy area. I don't know, man. Probably won't do too long of a stream. I'll end like at like 7ish probably. Just thought I'd do something chill, because you know me, I try and keep like a one stream a week kind of schedule. So and since next week I'm going to do 2 or maybe 3 quite, you know, big interesting streams, I thought I'd just do a chill one today. Okay, this will not further my goal going down there, so just gonna go past. Sorry, I've got a bit of like a sniffly nose today. I've been a bit sick the past, pretty much between last stream and this stream now, I've been quite sick. And I'm pretty much better now, but my nose is still a bit weird, so sorry if you can hear that. Oh, man. Hi, birdie. Alright, chat, get a load of this. My coordinates are minus 1590, which, okay, that's not too bad. 62, which is, yeah, that's just ground level. Minus 23,467. No, 23,470. Yeah, 23,400 and... Oh, no, it's 23,510, but... Oh, I can see a bit of desert on my map. I'm not sure if it's just like a bay or if it's actually a desert. How am I looking food-wise for cooked food? Because I know I've got a lot of raw stuff. Okay, yeah, I'll survive. Hopefully this journey isn't too much longer. I'm hoping we're going to find a desert this stream. You know? Like, I'm going to be well surprised if this stream ends without us finding a desert. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have a sip of my drink. 2 seconds, chat. Yo. Okay. Just do a quick test. Testing. Yo. Okay. Just do a quick test. Oh, stream delay is quite a lot. Do I have it on the right latency settings? Oh, I can't see that now. Oh well. Here's what it is. Let's keep on going. I can see the rest of it on my minimap, by the way. That was just like a beach earlier. There's no full desert. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, it's gonna explode. Nope. Hell yeah, baby. This is why you don't let the guy who has like over 200 hours in Horizon Zero Dawn and then like more like and then another like 100 hours in the sequel play a character with a bow. Hold on, wait, is this large enough to be considered a desert? Hold on, please, wait. Please, I beg. Are there cactuses here? Can I find cactus? Nope. Oh my lord. I'm not taking... Do I need a clock? I don't need a clock, but a clock's kind of cool. What can I take in replacement? I want to get rid of the relic coins. Relic coins are like remotely interesting. Don't really need bone. You know, I don't need these. I do not need the iron nuggets. Take a gold block. Oh, we are... It goes on. It goes on. I remember last stream we found like a bunch of structures. We found like not deserts, no we didn't. We found like villages. We found like an ancient monument thingy. We found stuff from the Cobblemon mod. We found a bunch of crap. I can't be bothered to patch up the creeper holes because I'm never coming back here like in my life. The base is 24,000 blocks away. Oh, I'm drowning. Not paying enough attention. Sorry, I was just doing a stream thing while I was swimming. Oh. Let me check. The stream is public, isn't it? Yeah. on, I'm just gonna... Yeah, okay. Alright, let's keep rolling. Okay, get out of the way of the dog, because I really don't want to fight the dog, because that's mean. You're so silly. Oh wait, no, I've got full mutton. There's no point in killing these sheep, because I can't really pick any of their stuff up. Oh! Okay. We are home. I have keep inventory on because that makes the game simply so much more fun. I don't care. I've played this game 100 times with keep inventory off. So here we are, home sweet home. Base is up there. At least we get to dump off all this crap. Our inventory is completely full. Look at it. Now we get to try the tested theory of what does happen if I just... Hey, the Slashers Show! How's it going? Now we do get to find out the theory that we had last stream of if I travelled south, would this stream have been over within, like, 10 minutes? Hey, the Slashers Show. Since you're just tuning in, we died from a creeper explosion. We are now back here, just spawned in. We're going to dump off all of the rubbish that we just got from heading 20,000 blocks north. And now we're going to head south. Because we haven't travelled very far south. Maybe we'll be lucky. This is all, just so I can remind you all, so that we can get dark green dye to create a mural of Edwin from Secrets of the Mimic on that wall. I really wish I was joking, but that is the honest to God truth of our situation. I will organise this all when I get home. Like, or when I'm actually staying at my base for a long duration of time. Yeah, I'm not organising it all now. I'm only going to be able to make 2 apples with this. I need more. I know I have more, it's just a matter of finding it. I think this should be enough. Yup. Fudge. I don't really have a use for standard apples, given my current food situation. So I just turned them all into golden. Holy smokes. I don't think I've ever used that phrase before in my life, but look at the amount of stuff we have. Yup, don't mind if I do. We'll take that, put that there. Well, don't have to visit the farm. You know what, I'll take the crossbow instead of the normal bow. What's here? Oh. Don't know why I have that. It's a lot. Yeah, 20,000 is a very big number. Also, sorry, I was very focused on the game. I'm glad to know you're doing well. Okay. Level up Pokemon. Okay, we can get rid of this one because we've done more than enough exploring. Hell no, we haven't done enough exploring because we still haven't found a desert. Yeah, let me just quickly look. Is there anything I need to do? Yes, put away relic coins. Other than that, is there anything I need to do before we go? In no interest to craft more Pokeballs. Food's good. Resource inventory's clear. Oh, swap out my block that I use for stacking purposes. There we go. Alright. Now let's start heading straight south. Yeah. I'm glad you're doing good, Slash's show. I hope you find this remotely entertaining. You know, now someone's here in chat to hear this idea. I was thinking earlier today, probably not for a while, because I need to find the time, but also I'll probably want to save it for some like major milestone on the channel or something. But I'm thinking about doing a Silent Hill-a-thon, because the games aren't very long by like modern PlayStation game standards. Oh my god, I can't stop thinking of I'm placing blocks and shit because I'm in Minecraft when this song plays. Sorry, as I was saying, I can't stop, like, I'm thinking about doing, like, because every Silent Hill game is, like, about 9 hours long. I think Silent Hill 2 is close to that, Silent Hill 1 is a bit shorter, and Silent Hill 3 is even less like of a gap, but still shorter. So I'm thinking I could do like one Silent Hill game a day. So stream for pretty much, well, we end up 10, 11 hours each game. Well, each day, I suppose. And yeah, every day, make my way through the Silent Hill trilogy. I am really in no interest to be picking up stuff from these guys. I have enough. You're in Silent Hill, that'd be cool. Alright. If we have approval and interest, then yeah, I do want to do it, because... What's it called? I love the Silent Hill. I probably, even if people aren't super into it, I'll just do it anyways, because I love the Silent Hill games. They are... I mean, like, you've all probably heard me rant about them 100 times. I made a video on Silent Hill 2, which I really don't think did the game justice, but I made a video to show my appreciation of it. Silent Hill is, in my opinion, like, the original trilogy is probably the best, maybe just the best horror media that's ever been created. Oh my god, there's a jungle here. We saw like 2 jungles on our travels north. This really means nothing. Hold on 2 seconds, let me take my cardigan off. There we go. Yeah, the fan favorite Silent Hill games, or 1, 3, and sometimes 4. Yeah, I haven't played 4 myself, but from what I understand, oh, where's the chest? There we go. Nothing I want. Yeah, from what I understand, and I can back up the opinions on the original trilogy. The original trilogy are some of like the greatest horror games ever made. Silent Hill 4, you either love or you hate, kind of deal. Because I think it's very different to the original trilogy, so you either love it or you hate it, kind of thing. And then everything after that ranges from disappointing to completely nothing to do with like Silent Hill as a franchise, or just pretty terrible. I would say spoilers for whenever I do my next tier list stream, but that's going to be ages away anyways because I have a bunch of games I still need to play before I do another horror tier list stream. But my ranking of them goes from best to worst: Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 3, Silent Hill 1. I think 3 very much could have been the best in the trilogy, and I've seen exactly why it isn't because I've looked into like the making of Silent Hill 3 and how it's honestly Silent Hill 3 to still be considered one of the best horror games ever made is a miracle given what Team Silent was under and had to deal with at the time. But you can absolutely see cut corners and just overall lack of polish in Silent Hill 3. Not lack of polish as in buggy per se, but I think the best example of this is the combat system. The combat system in Silent Hill 3 is absolutely the best in the series. Oh, what's this? Oh, sure. Silent Hill is absolutely the best in the series. It is so, like, it is just perfect tank controls. But the enemy placement, per se, is not the best. Enemies are way too swarmy. Like, they will swarm you very easily. This way south. And they can just... And, like, how some enemies can, like, trip you up and stuff, and some just... They take too many hits to kill, per se. It's just... Certain areas of the game needed more enemies, some needed less. It just feels, overall, very unrefined, you know? That, like, it wasn't play-tested enough. And, honestly, that makes sense, given... Silent Hill 3, I'll talk about it now, because I looked into, like, the behind-the-scenes development and stuff. After the massive, like, cult classic success of Silent Hill 1, Konami, because they're Konami and they're... Yeah, because they're Konami. Were like, okay, we have a hit on our hands, let's pump out as many as possible in a short amount of time. Which, obviously, never goes well for developers when they have a very strict time, like, restraint. But Team Silent are like extremely. The original like Team Silent are so extremely passionate about it that they, they they cracked on with it, and were able to make Silent Hill 2 with little to no like issues, except the same ones that they had with Silent Hill 1. And, obviously Silent Hill 2 is the horror game ever. But then when Silent Hill 3 came around, they were under a lot of pressure. Production began pretty much immediately after release of Silent Hill 2. And they didn't really have time to, because they were so focused on having to create the new story, the new content, the new areas, they weren't really able to, like, fine-tune it, as they say. So, what I'm getting at is the fact Silent Hill 3... Oh. Sorry, my chat wasn't refreshing. Hey Velvet Cakes. Sorry, I promise I would have responded. How the fifth one is the worst, but I could be wrong. I think that's the consensus, yeah. Oh, and also I watched Final Destination by cinema a few days ago. Absolutely loved it. I haven't seen the Final Destination films. I'm sure they're very good. I just haven't. I don't know, I don't watch a lot of movies nowadays. I probably should, but I don't. But I'm glad you found a good film. I do need to watch more films. Sorry about that. Chat was being very slow. I hope you're well, Velvet Cakes. Are you winning, Ivy? More or less. More or less. It's a process. It's a process. Oh, okay. But yeah, what I was trying to get at is Silent Hill 3 has some flaws. It has some big flaws. And the story can sometimes feel like it doesn't fully address some of the hidden, like the little details and nitty-gritty of it all. But the fact it is still heralded, and I would agree, as one of the best horror games ever made, is so impressive. We just hate Konami. Konami sucks. So yeah, this just occurred to me. Sasha showed what you said about the fifth one probably being the worst one. That makes sense because after Silent Hill 4, the original Team Silent that was created for the Silent Hill games and just worked exclusively on the Silent Hill games was disbanded by Konami because Konami pretty much became disillusioned with them. I think after 4 and 3 weren't as massive successes that 1 and 2 were. So it ended up being, I think it just ends up becoming worked on like in-house at Konami. So it was the first game with a new development team, so it would probably make sense that people say that's the worst. Oh, okay, this shade of water is just because there's a coral reef. I'm going to keep heading south then. I can see on my mini-map, I'll see if I can get closer, there's an ocean monument here. We just can't find the one thing we want. Here it is, yeah. I don't know if you guys can see it very well. Yeah. Ocean monument. Still not the thing we're looking for. It's called Silent Hill Homecoming, I think. Yes, I believe that's it. Yeah, I haven't heard the best about Homecoming. And then the only real exceptions to everything after 4 is pretty whatever is originally PT, which was a demo for a Silent Hill reboot that ended up never happening. PT is, people say, is like a very well done psychological horror, although really having nothing to do with Silent Hill at the end of the day. And then, in recent memory, the Silent Hill 2 remake, which the Silent Hill 2 remake is something special, right? I would say it is on similar levels of quality, if not better, than the original. I just like the original Silent Hill 2 more because, it's the first way I experienced the story. I would argue I don't know, I like Silent Hill 2 more because it's a lot more like, the original more because it's more like artsy, I suppose. Like, it's not photorealistic. It's intentionally very scuffed, and like lines of dialogue are very disjointed, and but that's like the point. Is it's meant to feel like this dreamlike experience, But then the remake is extremely realistic. I would go as far to say as it is the best looking game on the PlayStation 5. Which, don't get me wrong, can make some of the more emotional scenes and the more like specifically like physically disturbing scenes, like the blood and gore and such, all the more like real and powerful. But there's a bit of a charm lost, I'd still say if you are a new person trying to get into Silent Hill 2, I would recommend the remake because it's so much easier to, especially if you're not a PC person, because it's so much easier to, obviously it's very pricey because it's a new game, but you can just purchase it and that's the end of it. You don't have to configure an emulator or download Enhanced Edition or whatever, which can have its own problems. And it is arguably a better experience, Hi, the Flesh-Boiling Fairy. We have not found a desert. We are still walking in a straight line. I am talking about Silent Hill. Nothing new is under the sun. How are you? Hold on, what the heck? Whoa, whoa. Die, die. Okay. Where'd the skeleton go? Okay, guess we're using the katana. There we go. Like, okay, it's just gonna be jacked after this huge war. Okay, thank God. Yeah. Here's our guy. I can't take his armor off because I've got a full inventory, but yeah. Funnily enough, a little bit of Ivy trivia. This skin actually came before the little guy in the corner of the screen right now. The Ivy skin was inspiration for the Ivy stream model. Which I personally find very funny. Actually, wait, that has Silk Touch. I do want to keep that. Hold on, I can see a bit of sand on my mini-map. Come on. Nope. Nothing. Hey Geary, how's it going? Okay, thanks. How's stream been? Yeah, we started walking south after traveling 20,000 blocks that way. Started going south after we died. Um, Talked about Silent Hill. Refrained from talking about Death Note so far. Just going through the process. How are you? Oh wait, I've already asked, sorry. I'm forgetful. Oh, we found like an ocean monument or two. Yeah, it's just part 2 of previous stream. I'll say this now again while there's more people here. The streams have been quite slow recently because of life stuff. I did say they'd slow down, you know. It is how it is. But next week I intend to do 2, maybe even 3, like, big streams. So, like, we're going to play, I don't know, like a new game. Not necessarily a new, but like a short horror game or something. Or, like, Continue Pressure. Something like that. I intend to do, like, 2 or 3, like, big, like, not event per se, but, like, you know what I mean by big streams. Streams that aren't just like this, where it's just me chatting and the gameplay is secondary. That's the plan for this week. Or next week, rather. Oh yeah, I play so many games on my own time. I'm gonna be so real. The reason I haven't played Amori yet is because I don't want to stream it. And I'm gonna like finish the game I'm currently playing, which is Assassin's Creed Shadows, and then I might actually play something else before that, but you know, I digress. Yeah, don't worry, there are a bunch of streams I just play, well, a bunch of games I play like for fun. So, do you guys see the Indigo Park? The new Indigo Park teaser? Apparently Pillar Chase 2 had a collab out with Aoni. Yes, my brother told me about this. I'll have a look into it. I'm not super over the moon about Aoni, or Aoni, I forget how to say it, as I am with something compared to Jeff the Killer, where it's worth a whole stream. Yeah, alright. But yeah, I've seen. Yeah, Indigo Park Chapter 2 teaser. It looks very good. You don't really see a lot in it, because it's like it's not a massive, like, it's a teaser, you know? It's a teaser. But it does make me extremely excited. Because, you know, you guys know my attachment to Indigo Park. I love Indigo Park so much. You know, I probably shouldn't say this, but another one of the big important reasons I'm very excited for Indigo Park is because it very much may well be my personal game of the year. Maybe not the best game that comes out this year, but it might end up being my favorite if it's on the similar, or if not better, like level of quality as Chapter 1. And what that means is I can do a 2025 like game recap video like I did last year. Because the only thing stopping me from doing that last time, well, currently, is my game of the year is a game I'm not able to talk about. For reasons. I'm sure many of you know which game I'm talking about. I will not name it. But there are reasons why I can't talk about my current game of the year. Would Indigo Park be in your top 25 games ever? It's my 8th favourite game. I have a list of my top 10 games of all time. It's number 8. So yeah, it's in my top 25. I have such an attachment to that game. And this is the point where I do have to specify that it is my 8th favourite game, not the 8th objective best game I've ever played. I just have a very personal attachment to Indigo Park. There is a second village over here, I can see it. On my like mini map I can see another village. But yeah, very excited for Chapter 2. Are we fixing up the park in future installments? I believe that is like the plot setup, yeah. Is we're gonna be fixing the park up, and obviously, like, hijinks ensue. Let's see a bit where we're cleaning the tanks and Finlay's hunting us. Yeah, I have a feeling that'll probably end up being, or something along those lines, will probably end up being in Chapter 2. You know, I've been thinking about it. I might end up talking at maybe length about that game we're not allowed to talk about at length. Next time we do the tier list stream. Because I need to re-rank it because of this, substantial bit of content has been added. So I need to re-rank it anyways. And you know what? To hell with it, I don't know. It's a bad idea. But at the same time, I'm just starting to care less and less with every day about hiding the fact I love that game, because it's like, it is a work of art. But people just don't understand that the story is about some very, very mentally ill people, and that you're not supposed to believe the protagonists are good people. You know what your favourite part about Indigo Park is? Go on. So, while we're on the topic of Indigo Park, when Chapter 2 does come out, do you think I should re-rank the game Indigo Park in its entirety? Or should I have them be 2 separate placements? Like, should I do it like how I have Poppy Playtime chapters as all separate things? Or should I do it Trying to think of an example, like Rainbow Friends. First example that came to mind, where it's all one. Separate, two separate placements. Alright. That adds up. I can do two separate ones if that's what makes the most sense. I just didn't really know. How most of the monsters look not like their depictions. Probably in so many other games of the actual characters look all friendly, but in Indigo they look like... Yeah, I do really like that. It very much... It gives off a very different vibe, you know? I do like that a lot. I'd say my personal favourite, not necessarily detail, more like moment in Indigo Park, is when you just get off the train. Hey, Chaotic Overlord. How you doing? It's when you just get off the train and the doors open up and you kind of look out onto like the central like park bit where there's the rambly fountain and the Ferris wheel in the background and all that. I just love how breathtaking that moment is. And the music chimes just like perfectly like set up for it. It just feels so magical. And has like a very... It's not an upfront horror like tone, but there's a very kind of spooky, eerie undertone to it all. It gives you the creeps. It's very subtle because it's supposed to be somewhere so lively and so like full of like joy and wonder back when it was like working. And it's just so dead now. Pathetic Ivy streaming this economy. Hey, Keelan. Yeah, sorry streams have been slow. I've been very busy. It's been... And I've been sick for like... I was sick for like 2-3 days. No, it's more like 3 or 4 days. I don't really remember. It's been... And on top of that, life stuff. It's been an adventure. How are you? Doing no luck with the cacti? Nope. Oh, come on, man. Hold on, let me look at my map real quick. Is that desert or is that snow? That's snow. You know what, I'll say this idea again now that there's like a bunch of people here, because I think I only said it to Slash's show. See you, Geary. Have a good one. When they were the only person here. How interested would you guys be in like, maybe I'll save it for like a major milestone for the channel or something, but doing like a Silent Hill-a-thon where every day I play one of each game, I stream one of each game in the original trilogy. So I just take 3 days off, and the streams are like, the games are like 9 hours each, so it'd be like very lengthy streams. But just like every one like Silent Hill game a day. Is that something you'd be interested in like seeing? Not soon, very far into the future, because I do not have the time, nor really, you know, I should probably save it for a milestone, so there's that. And yeah, I just don't have the time at the moment, but is that something y'all be interested in? Seems pretty fun. Alright. Sure, why not? Nice. Here's the plan. I've been playing like well-known, like popular, trendy, like mascot horror games. It's all been a front to get you all into like the stuff I enjoy. I'm gonna make you all Silent Hill fans. I've done my very hardest to make you all Death Note fans. Dear God, what? What took you by surprise? Silent Hill interests me. Let's go! It's a pyramid scheme the whole time. A pyramid head scheme. Oh, yes. Shout out to Pyramid Head. Thing about Pyramid Head, and this reminds me, because I was talking earlier about how Silent Hill kind of goes down after, what's it called? Like, after the third, some would argue the fourth game. For some reason, they bring back Pyramid Head in games that aren't Silent Hill 2. And I don't want to say it too much, because, you know, if I end up doing a Silent Hill-a-thon, I don't want to spoil it for you all. But there's a very specific thing about Pyramid Head, and it's very closely tied to the plot of Silent Hill 2 and James Sunderland as a character. You can't do Pyramid Head without James Sunderland, if that makes sense. And it just you just can't, you know? But for some reason they just bring him back for no like really explained reason, or like a very poorly contrived reason in future games, because Pyramid Head is iconic, you know? Is he in real life as a physical being in the later games? No, but he never was. Pyramid Head isn't a physical... Or, well, technically he's physical, but that's being pedantic about how Silent Hill works. Silent Hill is like, it turns your trauma and your fears and shit into, like, real manifestations, but those real manifestations only apply to you. Only you can see them. So, it's, for all intensive purposes, Pyramid Head and nothing in Silent Hill, really, is real, per se. But then that's the thing. That I suppose that explains it without spoiling the game, is everything in Silent Hill is very specific, to the person going through Silent Hill at the time. Unless you're Harry Mason for whatever reason. But Pyramid Head doesn't work without James. But James never shows up in a later Silent Hill game. He is referenced very briefly. They don't even mention him by name. It's just heavily implied to be James Sunderland in Silent Hill 3, and you never see him again, and that's the point. You'll never... his ending is meant to be ambiguous. Because of the multiple endings in Silent Hill 2. So, yeah, just Pyramid Head doesn't work outside of Silent Hill 2. Also, that's awesome, the Stash's show. I'm probably going to go swimming this week, honestly. I don't think very well-known fact about me, because I don't talk about it a lot. I love swimming. Like, not as, like, a competitive, like, swimming as like a race kind of thing. But it is just such a it's something I enjoy a lot, but I never get the time to do it. Is every monster tied to someone specifically? Pretty much, yeah. I'd say pretty much. There are kind of things that overlap. Like, to give an example, in Silent Hill 2, you come across someone called Angela, who I'm not gonna mention Angela's story on this stream because I want to keep it vaguely PG-13, and it is a very dark, very upsetting story to do with Angela. But Angela has a lot of horrific stuff that's happened to her in her life, and she sees a manifestation of her father. And from Angela's point of view, that whatever Silent Hill is creating appears to be her father to her. But then as James, we come across the thing that Angela refers to as a manifestation of her father, but it's like this abstract blob that vaguely resembles something to do with Angela's trauma. So you can kind of see the other physical things, but unless you're that person, they don't appear as intended. They kind of... The way we see Angela's father is this very abstract blob of flesh and skin. So you can, like, physically see them, I suppose. But yeah, pretty much. Because Silent Hill reflects traumas, I suppose. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Silent Hill reflects traumas. And therefore, you don't see repeat monsters. Unless in Silent Hill 1, where Angela, well, not Angela, sorry, what's her name? Not Alessa. Is it Alessa? Yes, Alessa. Alessa, who is essentially the first ever victim of Silent Hill, because, in a sense, she created the like, mystical power the town has. In that game, we play as a completely innocent man, Harry Mason, but all of Angela's trauma, because it's kind of like the ground zero for Silent Hill, is pretty much spread out over the entire town. And you know, you can, as Harry, you see all the things to do with Angela's trauma. But then once at the end, if you get the good ending in Silent Hill 1, and her spirit is kind of put to rest, I suppose, for that game at least. No spoilers. No spoilers for chat, I mean, obviously I know how it goes. In the end of Silent Hill 1, Angela's spirit is put to rest, and after that it just essentially calls people to Silent Hill. It calls people with trauma or skeletons in their closet to Silent Hill to be tormented. And in a sense, that is still a reflection of Angela, because that's what Angela wanted, you know? Not Angela, sorry, Alessa. Why'd they have to both sound the exact same? That's what Alessa wanted. Which is very, very dark to say. But after everything Alessa went through, all she wanted was for those But why the victims? That is a very interesting question, which I'll get into in a second. All Angela wanted is for the guilty to kind of hurt. And since those who wronged her are put to rest, Silent Hill's kind of almost the imprint of Angela's spirit onto Silent Hill, or not Angela, sorry, Alessa, Jesus Christ, just kind of, hey Scally, what are you doing here? Hey man, how are you doing? Hold on, let me mod you real quick. Hey Scally, been a hot minute. Sorry, where was I? Okay, Keelan asked, why, like, I understand the perpetrator, but why the victims? Silent Hill, I think this is a initial distinction I need to make, is Silent Hill is not therapy, it's torture, you know? Yes, it reflects your sins onto, what's it called? Like, onto it in, like, a way that tends to make the people who go there, heal from what they've done. And, like, repent, I suppose. But at the end of the day, Silent Hill is made to torture, not to redeem. If you, as a person, choose to repent for your sins and acknowledge them, then Silent Hill has no power over you. And that's the thing. Silent Hill only works on those that see themselves as guilty. And that's where the nuance lies, is where Angela, although she is never once think that Angela is the person in the wrong in her story. But since Angela, because of the horrific stuff that happened to her, she is made to believe she is the guilty one. Silent Hill calls to her because Silent Hill calls to those who see themselves as guilty in a way to torment them. But then if you're strong-willed enough and genuinely repent for what you've done, then Silent Hill has no power over you. And that's what you see happen to James over the course of the game. Over the course of Silent Hill 2. But yeah, should probably introduce this person. This is Scallywag, everyone. Good friend of mine. Everyone say hi. Hold on a second. There's no way. Hold on. There's no way. Wait. Wait. It's just a beach. It's just a beach. Ah. It's just a beach. There's no cactus. Oh. No. Look at it. Oh my god. Look at this. Oh my lord. Hold on. I need to... Sorry, I got something on Discord. Hold on. Alright. This may be the stupidest thing I've ever asked for any. The Pokemon drop die. If they do, I'm not aware of it. And I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather just look for a desert. Oh, hold on, I'm having a sip of my drink. Give me 2 seconds. I need a sip of my good old Professor Peppy. I'm sure they'll die if you kill them. Oh, you said die. Oh my lord, Scally. Oh, sorry, I'm having a... Okay. The Pathetic Ivy Cactus arc is wild, bro. You're so right. What stage of grief are we in? Denial. Wait. Hold on. Everyone hold the phone. Everyone, please hold the phone. There's dead bushes. There's dead bush. There's cactus. Oh my god, get over here. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Hold on, what do I get out? The sticks. You're worth... Oh my god. Get out my way. Get out my face. All of you die. I'm not dying. I'm not dying. I'm not dying. Nah, I'd win. Nah, I'd win. Nah, I'd win. Nah, I'd win. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, glorious, glorious days. Oh, we are getting so much cactus. Oh my... Oh, it's... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. All of this for Edwin. There's a... Okay, everyone. Everyone calm down. No. Don't calm down. Everyone celebrate. Give me this bed. Thank you, smiley face. Oh! 22 ca- Okay, hold on. Gang. Gang. Hi, Snakes Bake Cookies. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just take it in, everyone. Just take the moment in. It's done. All of this for the color green. All of this for Edwin from Secrets of the Mimic. Scally, do you know what Scally, do you know what Jackie's box is? I have an important question, Scally. Do you know what Jackie's box is? Absolutely not. We have a video. I'm gonna show you all what this was all for. For those who aren't here, who don't know, for those who don't know, I'm gonna show you all this is what it's all for. This is what it's all been about. This is okay. Warning: song contains strong language, but the swearing is so funny that I can't count it as regular swearing. Everyone get ready for the best piece of song music ever. This is what it was all for. Isn't this just the best song ever made? Next up comes the real guy. You. This is what it's all been about. Scally, you see that his text is green? That is why we needed green dye. We are creating a mural of this man. I should probably specify this, because I know I'm so deep in the irony at this point, I don't even know if Scally even understands this. The joke is that the song is, like, horrifically bad. I don't genuinely think the song is good. I just can't tell if you can tell because of how deep I am in the irony at this point. Oh, isn't this art? It gets better every time. So yeah. we have the dye we needed. I'm getting a stack of cactus. I'm never coming back this way in my life. This is what God made us for exactly. Also because, wait, where's the marker that says home? I now have to travel pretty much 10,000 blocks. For this. Welcome back to Slash's show. We did it. We travelled from here all the way this far north until we died. And then we travelled all the way this far south. But in the end, we've made it. This is the happiest I've been in my life. We did it. I'm making this the new pinned comment. We won! Scally, I don't know. You don't, Scally, you're new here, so you don't know, and I'll say this just for anyone else really. For those who don't know, we've done 3 Minecraft streams over the past like 3 weeks. We have done we did 40 minutes of traveling in the first stream. 220 minutes of traveling, not 200, sorry, 2 hours 20 minutes of traveling last stream. And the entirety of this stream. I am committed. This sounds like a legal form of torture. I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy. Make like a timestamp for this area so you don't have to look for a new one. Oh yeah, I need to make a marker. The Edwin Desert. Dark green. I don't even care about the diamonds. I'm gonna be so real. I'm just happy that we found cactus. Alright, let's go. Genuinely, to hell with it, we're getting like a stack and a half. Like it's just south. Yeah, I still should mark it anyways. This is a momentous location. This is so important. Also, Scally, now you're here and you've visited my channel. I have but one request for you. Please watch the Death Note video. I worked so hard on it. This shall be put on the iceberg, you're so right. my utmost priority. I don't tend to be very like, what's it called? Like promotionally, because I don't really do this for the views and stuff. Like I do this because it's fun. Because anyone who was sane and did this for like content would have given up with this by now. But the Death Note video, I am more than willing to like shill for the rest of time and plug for the rest of time because I put so much effort into it. I think everyone should watch the analog horror first. That is a banger of a video. Next, the time you defended Infinite, I will still stand by that fact. Infinite is an incredible antagonist. A tattoo with a QR code. No, I'm getting a tattoo with a QR code linking to that video. Maybe I was thinking, one day I do think I want to get like a Death Note tattoo. I don't have any, like, tattoos. But like, I want to get a Death Note one. So maybe that'll be it. I'll just get a QR code. Objectively wrong? No, I love Infinite. I think Infinite is an incredible character. He's not like the best he is very far from the best Sonic villain. Maybe incredible's a very strong word. Too strong a word. But I think Infinite is great. I think Infinite, the guy who died in 15 seconds in that one death battlefield. I have no clue what you mean. But I think Infinite is a very cool character. Sonic Forces is one of those games I will defend till the end of time. Like, that is my hill I will die on. Is Sonic Forces. Okay, I might have to watch that. I have to, it already has the best day in the history of good days. See you, Scally. Thank you for being here. Have a good one. My actual goat. See you around. Welcome back, Flesh Falling Fairy. We are just mining. But not crafting. See ya, Scally. Alright, we have 2 stacks. That is more than enough. Alright, guys, let's start traveling. 9,435 blocks back. Scally, you don't need to plug for me. Appreciate you, man, but you don't need to do that. Have a good one. Oh, it's over. Well, no, it's not over yet. We still have to make the Edwin mural. You know, I said I was only going to stream until like 7ish. No, we're streaming until this is done. Until the Edwin mural has been created. Just realised a happy cast will make the journey so much easier in the future. I don't think I can update this world because it's modded. So I don't know if I will ever get a happy ghast. I'm not sure if all mods are compatible on the newest version. Or maybe I will get them, because these are fairly... I'm playing on a fairly new version. I'm playing, like, post Caves and Cliffs version. So I'll probably end up getting a Happy Ghast just a lot later than everyone else, because I'll need to wait for the mods to become all of them to become compatible on this version. Well, on the latest version. Still, that's ever gonna happen and be for real. Yeah, it's coping, but like, I don't know. Cobblemon gets frequent updates for the latest versions. Don't really know about, and Zero's minimap does, because it's Zero's minimap. It's the go-to minimap mod. But I really don't know about Better Combat and Simply Swords. The Fog mod will probably be fine. Oh, I'm so happy. We did it. Chatters, it has been done. It is a good day. It's like that one meme of the two guys in tunnels mining towards diamonds. Oh my god. "99% of gamblers quit before they find a big desert." You're so right. Well, I don't even care. It doesn't matter if I die. Keep inventories on. I'm not gonna, like, intentionally die, per se. But the reason I put keep inventory on is so that I could actually take risks and play this game fun. No. I've done this... No, I'm not turning it off. I've played this game 100 times with keep inventory off. I don't need to prove to myself or anyone that I can play this game like as God intended. If I do this, I can play the game like while taking, what's it called? I can like take risks, you know? I can go on like big adventures and stuff. It's just going to make content more interesting in the long run as well. Because it's not going to be a bunch of streams having to go back and, like, re-mine to get stuff that I already got. I can actually just do fun stuff when I want to. I feel like 10 miles from driving lava and losing everything. Yeah. It's just not fun as well. It can get annoying. And you know what? You can call me a bitch for doing it, but I don't care. I'm having fun. I've been playing this game for 10 years with keep inventory off. I deserved this one, okay? Marines don't use this because Bayrock turns off achievement. Oh, that sucks. Honestly, achievements might be turned off as well for this game. Well, on this world. I don't really care about achievements though. But I completely get that. I don't think I have ever platinumed Minecraft on the PlayStation. Maybe I should do that. I only have 3 platinums on my PlayStation account. One is from Minecraft Story Mode Season 2, where you just get the platinum for, what's it called? For beating the game. And then another platinum, and the only one I'd consider a genuine platinum on my account, is the Horizon Forbidden West platinum, because, like, it's the sequel to my favourite game ever. And the trophies aren't really, like, bullshit, like in Zero Dawn. So I did the platinum for it. And then I also have a platinum for a game called Stroke the Cow, which is, like, I think I got the game for, like, £1.49 off of the PlayStation Store. And it's literally just a clicker game where there's an image of a cow on a blue background, and you just press X and a little counter in the top left goes up, and the cow does like a little fade in and fade out animation. That sounds awesome. It is. I love Stroke the Cow. It's so stupid, but I love it so much. There's so nothing to it, but there's like a beauty to it, you know? Like, if I've only got like 10 minutes before something and I want to play a game, but I don't really, like, I need to stimulate my brain, but I can't, like, play, you can't really play a game for just like 10 minutes, you know? I'll just go, yeah, let's play Stroke the Cow. And it makes me happy. Speaking of games like that, I've either played Grace. I have played Grace. Not a lot of it, about 40, 50 minutes of Grace. But I have played it, yeah. I played it for the first time on stream. They added a cookie clicker? That's great. Have you guys heard of, I believe it's called spinningrat.org? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I'm derailing the stream for spinningrat.org. Is it called Spinning Rat? Yeah. Can't reach this page. Or is it spinningrat.online? Here we go. Wait, this is going to get me copyrighted. Music off. Hold on. This is the game. Oh no, it's a browser. You just watch a rat spin. And depending on how many people are watching right now, it says in the corner that 63 people are watching right now. Depending on how many people are watching this, the more rats show up. It's great. Incredible game. Back to Minecraft. Don't build Edmund while I was gone, did we? Nope. We're still making our way back. We are in fact making our way downtown, walking fast faces past and I'm homebound. Ba-ba-da-bam-ba-dam. It's fine. We still got 6,000 blocks to go. Went into a rabbit hole and found out there are like 12 stroke the animal games. Oh yeah, there are so many. There's stroke the horse. There's stroke the pig. Stroke the dog. Stroke the rabbit. All sorts. Yeah, there's an entire series of them. I found it and just picked the funniest one. I was just like, cow is the funniest. Honestly, might buy Stroke the Horse. Stroke the Horse sounds good. I love horses. Oh, there's Stroke the Rat. It's great. Goated game. Honestly, I did buy it a bit out of morbid curiosity. Like, I thought it was going to be like a DDLC situation. Where, like a much more obscure DDLC. Where, what's it called? Like, I don't know, it wasn't just going to be like a cow stroking sim. And then if something was going to go wrong or something. But, nope. That is just what the game is about. And you know what? Worth it. Oh, what made it even more worth it is my uncle, God bless him, gave me like a PlayStation voucher. I say God bless him like he's dead. I don't know, is that a thing people say when they're dead? No, God rest their soul is what they say when they're dead. My uncle, shout out, for like my birthday, just gave me like a 20 quid PlayStation voucher, which insanely goated of him. Shout out. And with those 20 quid, I bought 2 games. One of which was Killer Frequency, which is my favourite horror game ever and my 3rd favourite game, just full stop. Incredible game, Killer Frequency. We'll probably end up streaming it one day. Just, I'll buy it on Steam. And the other one was Stroke the Cow. And he didn't really know how to respond to Stroke the Cow. Ooh. Waterstone. Yeah, Killer Frequency's goated. If we play that game, I am bringing back Radio Ivy. I do need coal, because I'm kind of missing on coal. How far are we from base? 6,162 blocks. We are a hot minute away. Stay tuned, folks. Don't touch that dial. Yeah, I'll talk about Killer Frequency for a bit. Why the hell not? Killer Frequency is an incredible game that tackles such a unique kind of horror. And it's like that's I've only ever seen really explored in FNAF 6 per se, and not nearly to the extent that Killer Frequency does it. The horror of having to live with your own actions. And not your own actions as in you play as a like you play as a character, the story moves along, and what's it called? Like they do something that was out of your control, you know? It's not like and you just have to pretend to be that character. You as a player make conscious decisions throughout Killer Frequency, and people die. People that you get attached to die. And there is nothing quite like having to live with that fact. And how their deaths in a couple ways will shape the story. Minecraft Story Mode is not a horror game. But I get what you mean. And it's just having to live with, like, the guilt is so... And then on top of that, because you play as Forrest Nash, late night radio host in a very, very small town called Gallows Creek. And since the town is so small, they don't really have the forces to deal with a serial killer situation. So what happens is a serial killer situation breaks out. And since there are a total of 3 officers in this town, or sorry, no, 4 officers in this town, and 1 is on leave, they have to have you man the phone lines. Your radio station, 189.16 The Scream at KFAM, becomes the, 911 hotline. And you have to help people through the phone try and, escape from the serial killer in all sorts of situations. And the tension that you endure having to try and make sure that they stay alive is so it gets so tense. And then the worst part is when you die, when the person you're trying to save dies, it doesn't give you a game over pop-up and you get to try again. The game carries on after that person dies, and you have to live with that fact, which makes it so all the more tense because every decision you make matters. But also just the horror of having to what's it called? Pretty much the horror of having to deal with it is it's nothing else. And on top of that, the game has an incredible visual aesthetic of 80s kind of, an 80s slasher aesthetic, alongside one of the best, most emotional stories I've ever seen in a video game. I love Killer Frequency. Can you save everyone, or does someone always die? Outside of, I want to say, 2, maybe 3 people, everyone you come across can be saved. But it is extremely unlikely that you will save everyone on the first go. Hold on, I need to have a drink. 2 seconds. Yeah, there is a save everyone route, There is a you save everyone kind of route. But But, like, it's damn near impossible to get everyone saved on the first try. It is a game that values replayability. And just seeing all the outcomes of what happens when certain people live and certain people die. Might have not been the biggest fan of Kill Frequency, but I might have watched a weird playthrough. Did you see Spiff's playthrough? Perchance? Did you see Astral Spiff's playthrough of that game? Yeah, Killer Frequency. Work of art. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's a stretch. I don't use that term lightly. But it is it is such an emotional, powerful game. And yeah, my favourite horror game ever. So 8-Bit Ryan's, I haven't seen that playthrough. I know Spiff's playthrough was extremely scuffed, because, like, it's Spiff, for Christ's sake. The Whistling Man, who is, like, the main slasher villain of Killer Frequency, is probably my favourite horror antagonist. I don't know, Pyramid Head is a very close contender. But the Whistling Man is such an incredible character. Do the deaths really matter from a gameplay perspective, or are they emotionally impactful? Not necessarily gameplay perspective, because it's like you take each situation on one at a time. But from a story perspective, yes, because you only learn certain details if certain characters live. So to get the full story, everyone has to live. And then it's also emotion, but the main... You can still understand the main story as long as you survive, as long as most people live, you know? As long as, like, at least a good chunk live, you will get the, like... You'll get the story. I mean, if you kill everyone, you still get the rough idea of the story. Or not kill, fail to save everyone. You still get the rough idea for the story. But by saving everyone, you really do get, like, the best ending, and you get to understand every single bit of the situation that you are in. But the main driving force is the emotional impact. Because it's just character writing at its finest. You do not spend very long with every character, but you grow to love pretty much every single one of them. And it just makes it all the more devastating when you die. Oh shit, sorry. My bad. Yeah, Undertale's a good comparison, I guess. I don't know, I still say Undertale and Killer Frequency are very different. Like, with how they tackle, like, the murders of those people. So I wouldn't say it's a completely fair comparison. I wouldn't say one is certainly better than the other at doing that kind of thing. Because they're very different at the end of the day. I know this is random and you haven't watched many movies, but what's the best and worst movie you've ever seen? Okay, best... I need to make a distinction. Best or favourite? Favourite, okay. The Bad Guys. And I'm completely serious when I say this. The Bad Guys, DreamWorks animated film, is my favourite film ever. Ah! Oh my god. But probably best film I've ever seen is either The Dark Knight or Cloverfield. I love Cloverfield a lot. Yeah, that's pretty much it, Chaotic Overlord. I know, I don't really have a very definitive answer to the best movie I've ever watched, though, because I think movies are extremely subjective, and I wouldn't consider myself a movie critic. I wouldn't even really call myself a game critic, more just a game reviewer. But I feel like I can say the objective best game I've ever played more than I can say the objective best movie I've ever watched. But yeah, my favourite movie ever... Hold on, let me scratch my ear. It's underneath my headphones. There we go. My favourite movie I've ever watched is The Bad Guys. I think it's just an incredible film. It's just got a very like emotional story. And it's a kids... Well, it's not a kids film. It's an all ages film, is what I was going to say. Like, yeah, children can watch it, but it tackles some themes that resonate with me a lot. About, you know, how your social circle can kind of affect the way you choose to lead your life, and how people's expectations of how you should behave change who you are as like a person. It's just something, and like, you know, stereotyping and assumptions. I think it's an incredible... It's just a lot... Some themes that resonate with me a lot as a person. What about least favourite? Good question. I don't know. I can't really think of anything I particularly hate. I know there's a film the only film I'd say I particularly like hate with a passion that I can think of at the moment is the most recent Indiana Jones. I just really didn't like it. It just felt so boring. Live action Snow White. I don't know. Live action Snow White is just a film that exists that doesn't have to. I suppose I could say the Star Wars... I don't know, I don't hate the Star Wars sequels, though. I don't really... I get it, the Star Wars sequels are definitely the worst trilogy. But... they're still good films. It's just... the prequels and the originals are great films. I don't really have an answer to least favourite. I watched the sequel and I saw that one clip of somehow Palpatine returned. Yeah. It makes... the sequels make some interesting decisions. But I think what they do after the fact with those decisions is pretty solid. I don't hate the sequels. Very far from it. I know. I'm trying to think of, like, are there films that I really like and then sequels that I really don't like? But I can't really think of any. Minions movie is the scariest horror film. like, people hate Joker 2. I love Joker 2. Scariest film you've ever seen? I don't watch a lot of horror films, surprisingly, given I'm a very big horror person. Space Jam 2? I like Space Jam 2. I'm sorry, I like Space Jam 2. And I really, like... I'll get back to scariest film I've ever seen question in a bit. But... Space Jam 2... Oh, as your answer for scariest film. I don't hate Space Jam 2, because... The thing about Space Jam 1... is people really... It's so overrated, I'm sorry. But, like... I get it, Space Jam is cool. Space Jam's cool. It's a silly idea. Bugs Bunny and popular basketball player play basketball. It's very silly. Very cool idea. But it's not the craziest idea ever made. Scariest film I've ever seen? I mean, I don't watch a lot of horror movies. Like, I haven't watched the Halloween films. Friday the 13th, haven't watched. Nothing like that. So I guess by default, it'd probably be the first A Quiet Place. Because those are the only real horror films I think I've seen. Yeah, the, like, A Quiet Place trilogy. Which, to be fair, I like a lot. Quiet Place is very cool. Can't wait to play the game. It's sat on my wish list. Ooh, buried treasure. Oh, not buried treasure. Low-key, The Mask scared me as a kid. When I was a kid, The Mask much less scared me, and much more when I'm not old enough to be watching this film. Yeah, the first time I watched Space Jam 1 was for a Teen Titans Go episode. I'm sorry? What? What could you possibly mean by this? Halloween is my favourite movie of all time, my second favourite movie in general. Oh yeah, I'm sure the Halloween films are great, I just haven't watched them. Buried treasure, nah. Nah, you can stay here. Not doing this today. Buried treasures do nothing but piss me off. Yeah, Killen, you cannot just leave us on that. You gotta elaborate. What are you on about? Teen Titans Go had an hour special and they just showed the entirety of Space Jam. What? That's crazy. That's actually ridiculous. Let's go see Space Jam. God. That's ridiculous. Love it. You guys excited for the Gumball movie? You guys... Sorry, I just saw the hour only filmed as So Pika quote on Fuwati showed up. Real as hell. Are you guys looking forward to the Amazing World of Gumball film? That is gonna be the best piece of media ever made. If it was cancelled, there was a trailer for it recent. Well, not more of a, not trailer really, more like teaser. Sorry, not even a teaser, more of like an announcement that the project is still undergoing. For a new series? I don't think it's a new series, I think it's a movie. It's a oh, it's a new season? Oh, my bad. Either way, I'm really looking forward to it. Honestly, the craziest comeback in cinema. Yeah, nah. Don't need any of this. Top 5 favorite movies: South Park movie, Halloween, SpongeBob movie, Childhood FNAF movie. Fair enough. SpongeBob movies are good. I think my top 5 movies are not particularly in an order, besides the fact The Bad Guys is my favorite. But it's something like The Bad Guys, The Dark Knight, Cloverfield, Joker, Megamind, I guess. I don't know. I'm not. Suppose that'd be it. Yeah. Oh, maybe the Sonic movie actually in there. Maybe instead of, I don't know. That's a top 6 then. But not necessarily in a specific order, besides the fact The Bad Guys is my number 1. Honestly, the more I think about it, Sonic 3 is probably just my second favourite film. I love that film. It has Shadow the Hedgehog in it. It's all I need to be happy. Number 1, the Minecraft movie. 2, I don't remember. 3, I don't remember. 4, I don't remember. 5. Real as hell. Sorry, yeah, Minecraft movie is my my 0th place. Shout out to the Minecraft movie. You know the keeps bringing out normal episode with the puppets. Oh yes, yes, I've heard about this. Yeah, don't hug me, I'm scared. Yeah, that freaked me out way back when. The puppets freaked me out. You know, yeah, I've had a lifelong fear of puppets. As a kid, I was terrified, and I mean terrified, of the Muppets, and to a lesser extent, like Sesame Street. And they don't absolutely terrify me like they did when I was a kid, but I still really hate the Muppets. The Muppets, Kermit jumps. I've made peace with Kermit. Me and Kermit made peace after I had that dream about me and Kermit the Frog having a boxing match and him beating the shit out of me. So, like, we kind of made peace. Like, I was like, oh wow, this guy's funny as hell. And I like Statler and Waldorf, mainly because of David Barron and I can't remember his name now, but someone else on Pastra's Band stream, him and David Barron were pretending to be Statler and Waldorf, and it made me love them. Miss Piggy as well. Miss Piggy, they're just weird. I hate them. Demuted? No, it wasn't demuted. I don't think it's someone with like a major online presence. I think they're just like a friend of Zach's. I think then like their name was just Matt. I think that was just their like first name. I think they just went by their first name. I don't really remember. It was a long time ago. I deeply apologize if by some miracle the person who was on that stream was watching it. But I'm sorry, I have forgotten your name. Yeah, whoever that person was is by some miracle watches the stream. I deeply apologize. But you know the Cookie Monster is like, yeah, they're weird. I hate them. They're weird. They're so weird. I need to play not 123 Salisbury Street. What's it called? My Friendly Neighborhood. I need to play My Friendly Neighborhood because that's like Muppet Sesame Street horror. That would terrify me. Nah, that's a really good stream idea actually. I play that and I can title the stream Confronting My Childhood Fears. What's the Adventures of Emma and Grandma? It's one of the weirdest movies I've ever seen. I don't even want to know. I genuinely don't even want to know. Okay, we're like 600 blocks away, guys. The Hello Neighbor brain. God, I'm so hyped for the Hello Neighbor movie. Honestly, actually, Hello Neighbor movie might be kind of goated. Because aren't they adapting the TV show's plot? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're adapting the TV show's plot, so like, as long as they don't like royally mess it up, it should be good. Hello Neighbor is such an interesting like franchise. It had such incredible ideas. And it was just such a mismanaged mess of a game. Yeah, that's fair, Chaotic Overlord. I think for both seasons, yeah, it was for both seasons. I watched Isaac's video first, and then I watched the show. Even though I already knew everything about it, I was like, I owe it. I should watch the show. I might end up doing that for season 3 as well, actually. Hello Neighbor 1 is one of the worst games I've ever played, TVH. Yeah, it's down, it's up there alright, or down there I suppose on my tier list. Let me have a look. I'm not gonna open it on stream, I'll just open it up on my phone. Where is it on my, oh, it is the 5th lowest ranked game in my tier list at the moment. To be fair, we haven't ranked Death Motel yet, so that's subject to change, but can you even rank it? I can sure as hell rank it. I watched a full playthrough of that game. And it is not a very gameplay heavy game. That's kind of my rule. Like Poppy Chapter 2, or maybe Poppy Chapter 2 isn't the best example because it's not it's not gameplay heavy. Let's say for example, I hadn't played DDLC. I have. But let's say for an example, I hadn't played DDLC. But I'd watched a full playthrough of it. That I could still put that on the tier list because it's a visual novel, you know? You know, after Isaac's 2 streams, or no, just 1 stream and a video on it, I should play Happy Hills Homicide. How do I even find games like that? You're not actually... hold on. Like, you're not actually gonna believe this. I looked up Death Note. Oh, we're home, let's go. I looked up Death Note in the PlayStation Store because I wanted to download Death Note Killer Within. And then wrong way. And then I just came across that. And I saw a game called Death Motel, and it had a really interesting art direction. Do you think an innocent viewer saw the Death Motel stream and that was their first impression of you? I'm banking on it. I'm praying for it. That would be incredible. Alright, everyone. We got... Let's just... Let's start smelting. We do need to talk about that week of... I'm building Edwin today. Let's do it. Why not? We've come this far. The other thing I was going to do this evening has gone completely out the window in my eyes. No interest in that at all anymore. I'm invested in this and this alone. Oh, that looks so good. Oh wait, wrong way around. Can I give you the building playlist? Probably, I don't know. I'm just gonna play. I'm just gonna keep normal music on, I think. Should we leave one cactus just in case? You're right. Hold on. You're right. You're so right. You're so right. Wait, fudge. Wrong way around. I don't really have any other use of gold that I can think of, and I can always get more, so I'm just gonna turn it into gold apples. Why not? Okay, we've still got a couple regular apples. Oh. What about armor? I don't really need gold armor. Okay. Let's get some white wool. We'll split it in half for now. Well, folks, this is what it's been for. Okay, we'll get some ink sacs from my chest first. We'll make a bit more black dye. Or black wool. What am I doing? Okay. Okay, first of all, let's work out like a frame. We're gonna need a lot more dye. Or wool, rather. We have enough dye. Okay, we now have to create... Let's get it, shall we? Edwin... Wait, let's just go onto Google. Edwin. Jackie's box. Alright, here's a reference photo. Let's see what we can do, folks. So, he's quite a large chap. Go with... That's not going to be enough. Now he needs his hat. Hold on, wait. We can do this. We can do this. Okay, yeah, hold on. No, but then you can't tell which way he's facing. You know what? Perfect. How else? Maybe make the hat bigger. I can't... Can I do that? I can do that. Or maybe make his head... Wait, I can do this. I can do this. I must have a couple more ink sacs lying around. No. Do I generally not have enough ink sacs? That's not going to be nearly as much of an issue. But... No, but if we raised the hat like one, and then the head would be bigger, would that look better, do you guys think? Just need an extra layer of wool. Well, let's just use grey for now. Or maybe we'll just use bits of grey here to, like, make it look a bit more like the image, I guess. Hold on, I'm not letting any of this despawn. Maybe try and recreate the little glasses he has. Could try. Wait, no. So we want to do... Nah, that looks a lot worse. We're going to keep it as is. Okay, but we'll fix it in the morning. It's getting dark. Okay, so they're talking about S'more in chat. I haven't been paying much attention because, like, I've been focusing on this. But S'more is incredible. Why do you recognize their voice? Look up Terrible Things or just any other song by Axie. Okay, I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm happy. It's perfect. Or maybe if I... No, that's not. That's no good. It's perfect. This this is great. We did put the pieces together. I think you all need to appreciate how much commitment I've put into this. Like, look at it for crying. Let me... Huh. 3 streams totaling like 3.5, 4 hours for this. I'm taking a photo. Oh my god, we did it. We actually did it. Well, I don't see any better way to end the stream. Wait, let me stand. I don't see any better way to end the stream. I was supposed to end stream 40 minutes ago, man. 50 minutes ago, even. I was not meant to make this a long stream. Hell yeah, man. I did it. Let's go. Oh my god, get off my screen. Alright. We put the pieces together. Thank you so much for coming. Like I said, this was meant to be like a short, chill stream. It was a chill stream at the end of the day, but the reason I know stream's been slow, this has been a chill stream, but the plan is next week, 2, maybe even 3 big, like, not necessarily important, but like big streams where I'll do something like remotely interesting coming this next week. So stay tuned for that. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you Velvet Cakes, thank you Ostakovlor, thank you Kyolin, thank you Snakes Fake Cookies, thank you The Slashers Show, thank you, who else? There's so many people. Thank you Scallywag, thank you everyone else I've missed, thank you those who watch the stream and don't even chat. We sure did put the pieces together. And on that note, I've been Pathetic Ivy, and I bid y'all farewell.